Welcome back to the channel. Today we are reviewing and doing a video comparison of two of my favorite watches in my collection. And I'm a Seiko-holic, I'm a Seiko maniac, but you know what? When you have two amazing citizens divers, you gotta give them props, man. Just to let you know that I still am a Seiko is still my favorite watch. We're looking at the SLA 047 J1 MM300, the Marine Master. Nothing beats this, guys. But you know what? Like I said, I love Seiko. Seiko is my favorite brand. But over the last couple of years here, I've acquired two amazing citizens divers, and I just wanted to do a comparison of both of these guys. This is the Citizens NY0086 Fugu ProMaster ISO rated diver. This is a 200-meter water resistant watch. This is housing the Citizen 8204 movement, although I don't know if I can squeeze this in here. It says on the dial 8203, but on the back it indicates that it's an 8204 movement. And I've read on forums and Facebook and even YouTube videos where it says that citizens, where is it at? It should say it on there. Japan movement. I thought it said 8204 on the back here somewhere, but anyway, there we go, 8204. It's showing it right there. So even though on the dial it says 8203, it's actually an 8204 movement. So I think the reason I read on a forum or saw on a YouTube video was at the time they were mass producing these watches. And there we go. And they had so many of the dials that still had the 823 that they continue to use those dials, but they actually added a 8204 movement. So I'm starting out with this one because this was my first, it wasn't my first Citizens watch purchase. Let me digress there. It's the first Citizens Diver automatic watch. I did at one time own the EcoZilla, and I had sold that to a friend to fund another watch. Being the friend that he is to me, he told me, Joe, if you ever want this watch back, just let me know. I'll sell it back to you. I'll keep it. I'll never get rid of it, and I'll never sell it. I was like, you know what? His name is John. I was like, John, phenomenal. So I actually bought this watch from him. This watch was, he had bought the watch, I believe, off of a website called New York Watch Store, something like that. And he got it for like an incredible deal for like 100, 120, something like that. Maybe even a little cheaper. I don't remember. But he didn't spend a lot on it, and he got it on a really good deal. And I had gone to meet him one day because he wanted me to try to sell some of his watches for him. And I said to him, do you still have the Citizens Fugu NY0086? And he's like, yeah. I said, can you bring that watch? Because, you know, guys, you know, being a Seiko guy, you know, having the SKXs and just, I was like, you know, I've seen so many videos on these watches saying, oh, they're better than the SKX, and you know, it's Citizens SKX watch, and it's, you know, blows the SKX out of the water. And I was like, you know, I don't know why, but I kind of shied away from like even thinking about buying one of these watches. And you know, and intentions and purpose. I never, if my friend John hadn't owned this watch, and I remember when he bought it because he posted it on some of the Facebook forums. So I was like, wow, man, I was really digging in his pictures when he was posting it because of the Pepsi bezel. And I know this looks like it has a black dial, but it's actually a very dark navy blue dial, kind of like the SKX, but honestly, guys, a little darker. Pepsi bezel is, very similar to the SKX. The blue and the red. The blue on this is a little bit brighter than the SKX. But anyway, so long story short, I said, can you bring that watch with you? I'm interested. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. And I said, is that one of the watches you want to sell? And he's like, yeah, I was hoping you could, that would be one of the watches you could sell for me. So I made him an offer, and he gave me an incredibly good deal on a watch that was used, but he had only worn it like once or twice. And he only wanted $60 for it. I mean, these watches right now on eBay are selling for like $350. Some of them, I think I've seen even some of them listed closer to $400. I don't know why that is, because some of the other models that are different color variants are cheaper. They're like, two something or so I don't know why this. I think the last time I checked it was selling close to $360. So, but 350, 360, something like that. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you, this is the NY0086. Now, if you look at the design of this watch, it's other than it being a lefty with the crown on the left side instead of the right, it really does resemble, in some ways, the SKX. Or it's similar. It's definitely, I mean, I'll give Citizens credit. It's definitely their answer, I would say, to the SKX. And it's got a very, I think, a utilitarian, just bold, aggressive. Look at the bezel on that, guys. This is the Pro Master series. It's got the Pro Master sign crown and on the back, as you can see, and even on the clasp here, it's got the Citizens Pro Master. And I like that design. I mean, I think that kind of, it's a cool, like, with Seiko, it's the Prospects, Citizens, it's the Pro Master, but they don't put it on all their watches. I guess they have specific watches that are under the Pro Master label or whatever. So this is, again, it's an ISO rated 200 meter diver. It's housing the 8204 movement. Now, let's look at the Citizens, my other Citizens automatic ISO rated diver. And that also has the Pro Master logo on the dial, but it does not have it. No, actually it does have it on the crown, I'm sorry. But it doesn't have it on the clasp like my Fugu does. So this was an Amazon purchase. This was a Amazon invitational deal only. And what I mean by that is I don't know if you guys remember, but it was about 2 years ago, Amazon, and I had messaged some of my buddies in the watch forums, and at the time, a lot of people got this offer and actually had the chance to buy it. I don't know, some of my friends actually did, but one guy in particular, he's like, I was going to get that watch, and I got the invitation, but I didn't go through with it. I did go through with it, and I accepted the invite, and Amazon basically told me, hey, if you're approved to buy it at that, which the list price was close to $5, the invitational deal only was $199, guys. So not only do I have two really awesome Citizens divers here, but I got both of them. Like, I mean, I should have been wearing a mask when I bought them because it was a steal of a deal. So, but anyway, so let's get back to the NY0129. This is, I guess, Citizens latest entry level. I want to say the latest because it's the last really affordable entry level diver that they've made. And like I said, this came out within the last 2 to 3 years. Well, at least in this color, they did make another watch exactly like this, but it had a black bezel, black dial, gold accents on the bezel, and the hour markers, and on the dial. I at one time had really considered buying that watch, but it's just the gold and the black. I just wasn't like, eh. And I was thinking, why, if they were gonna do that, they should just make a black, like almost like the SKX 007, black bezel, black dial. Leave it at that. No gold accents. But I guess for years, Citizens had that watch. But then within the last 2.5 years, or almost 3 years, I guess, they came out with a variety of different colors. I got the blue. I love the blue. I think they had a yellow, a green, a blue, black. Some of them came on the rubber diver straps, and some of them came on the bracelet. But yeah, so I got the bracelet option. I'm more of a bracelet guy. This watch actually, believe it or not, this actually came on the stainless steel bracelet, but it also came with a rubber strap, which at this price point, I think is kind of incredible that they added the rubber strap with this watch. So, but anyway, again, this is the NY0086, almost 42, almost 13 thick, about 47 lug to lug, and it's definitely got a unique bezel design. The bracelet, I'll definitely compare the bracelets on these watches. But let me just go over the specs of this one real quick. Wingspan about 50. This is just a little over 41, but it's a thick boy. It kind of reminds me of my Bebe, the Marine Master, a little bit. My Bebe, I love this watch, guys. This is my sweetheart. But anyway, if you kind of look at the bezel design on the Marine Master, and then we look at the bezel, this is definitely different because this has the nice coin edge, but it has like a polish, like above the knurling. It's a polished ring, which I think gives it a really unique, different look. So this is about 14 millimeters thick. It's 41, just a little over 41 diameter, and the wingspan is about 50, maybe a little over. But this is also ISO rated diver. It's housing the 8204 movement. The lume on both of these watches very good, and comparable to like a Seiko SKX or a Seiko Turtle. Now, as far as the bracelets on these watches, what I would say is they look very, very similar as far as the style, as an oyster style bracelet. They look really, really alike, and they have very functional. This is this fold over safety clasp. This is a friction though. This isn't a deployment. It's got the kind of cheap, very cheap folded metal, and it does have a diver's extension. So this is kind of like, I hate to say it, guys, but kind of and it's got the folded link. So if you guys have ever tried to size a folded link bracelet, man, as you can see here, it's got the folded links. It's kind of tricky. It's not hard, but sometimes maneuvering the part that holds the bracelet together can be challenging. It's not hard. You just gotta kind of have the right tools and be patient. Now, this bracelet, what I really love about this watch is that this bracelet, like I said, extremely similar looking, almost identical. with the exception of this is a solid stainless steel bracelet, solid end links. Has fold over safety clasp, but it's a push deployment, and it has a very much nicer clasp than the 0086. It's phenomenal, and it has the diver's extension. So they're both almost identical functionally, except the 0086 is, I'm sorry guys, it's a good bracelet as far as the function, but it's dirt cheap. I mean, it looks great and it's comfortable. I mean, don't get me wrong, it doesn't have solid end links, it's folded links. It has the same function of the 0129, except it's just a much, it's got a milled class push pull deployment. It's just a much nicer, diver's extension. So that they're both functionally the same, except one's the bottom of the barrel, and this is a excellent bracelet on this. So I'm looking at both of these watches, both extremely great watches as far as being ISO rated divers, both 200 meters water resistant. But the new 0129 to me, guys, it's just, and the blue dial on this is just amazing. Blue bezel, blue dial. It's such a beautiful watch. I actually love this watch, and I just wanted to show you guys my two of my favorite watches to wear. I mean, they're rugged, they can handle it, they're ISO rated, they're tough as nails. This is a little bit more fancier, more of a modern, almost has a 62 Moss look, but like a thick watch, and kind of like a thicker bezel, kind of like the old Marine boy, my Marine master. So I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I'm excited to have these watches in my collection. I think I can't really say which one is my favorite because both of them. I love the Pepsi bezel. I just love everything about this watch. I'm not crazy about the bracelet. As far as it's not really a great bracelet, but it's like the SKX stock Jubilee. I mean, it's not the best bracelet in the world, and it's crap, but it's comfortable. And it does what it's supposed to do. It's functional. I mean, I don't think it's cheap in the, aspect that, I would be afraid to wear it, or, it breaking. But it's not the most sturdiest. It's kind of like an SKX, but it does work, and it has the same functions of the better, much better, superior bracelet on the NY0129. Yeah, so one is more of like a rugged utilitarian tool watch. They both are actually, but this is just, fancied up a little bit. And anyway, just wanted to share with you guys my two awesome Citizens divers that I actually have in my collection. Loving both. I think both are phenomenal, and again, both 200 meter ISO rated divers. One's a little bit more toolish, and I guess you would use for, rugged purposes, and the others, even though this is a big chunk of steel too, guys. I mean, and it's just more of a, I don't know, classic, I guess. Excuse me about that. But classic, watch style, or watch, like kind of like a 62 Moss look. So anyway, what do you guys think? Which one do you guys like the best, or which one would you pick as a daily wearer? Either way, having both is awesome, because I want to be a little bit rough, or rough activities, or water, whatever. I probably wear this watch, but this watch can handle it too. It's a beautiful, a little bit more fancier of a style, a more modern, classic style. So thanks for checking out the video, guys. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving and are enjoying the weekend and doing their Christmas shopping, Black Friday, Christmas shopping. It's Saturday now, but we survived the holidays, so God bless. Like, subscribe, leave a comment or two, and have a great day. See you guys in the next video. Bye.